Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Get out. You go 46. Gun. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Come back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This is Howard on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Watson. Incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46. Here you go. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there.
Here's Coleman on the toss. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Fournette, a first down carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Good. Under. 26.
Second down, Prescott. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Number 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Number 46. 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott drops it off for Coleman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Gun.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Here go 46.
Prescott now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Richmond. Tiger.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's your...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, they run with Howard. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watson off play action. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott yet again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Howard. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. Dante Moncrief, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Patriots have it. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott now on second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back.
A give to Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Here's a give to Fournette. Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 37-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gun. There we go. Start there, over there. Start there. 26.
1st down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The pitch to Fournette. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Wide in. Check. 26.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
46. Gun. 26.
To throw is Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Richmond. To throw is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receiver can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run it again with Fournette. inside the 10 to the 7. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Then we're going to 53.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check three.
They run with Howard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They pitch out to Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On the toss play, Howard. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hustle. Hey, 47. Start there, over here. Start there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.